New York City, we are here for World Cup Final Day! Oh, it's Matchday Live, and right now, we're about to send someone, I hope, to the final themselves. It's time for the Marriott Bonvoy Take Your Shot Challenge! Who's ready? I love Marriott. I live in a Marriott. I think you know, and I crap you not. We're going to give one lucky fan a chance to shoot at the suitcase of life. And if they get this kick in, they are going to the World Cup any moment. Are you ready to get right into the car?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm ready.
Tell us your name.
Adrian.
Adrian, you have one shot, one moment, one chance at glory, not to put pressure on you. But I'm looking at you, and I think those legs have played football before. Am I right?
That is correct. Since I was a baby.
Which team did you play for?
I played in high school, North Bergen, and I played in college, MSU.
Montclair University. Go Red Hawks! Here we go. We are going to do this. Are you ready? Here's the rules. I'm going to put a ball here, the ball of life. If you put it into the suitcase of life, you will be going in a car, which is right there, with a friend of your choice. You'll be going to the World Cup final. Not to put pressure on you. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Can we hear this for Adrian? Adrian, who will you be taking if you are successful?
My friend Jason. He's 2 minutes away. I told him to come now.
Jason, get your ass into here. I'm looking at this man's eyes, and he has got the eyes of Flo Balogun. This is going into its little hole. Here we go. Let's hear it for Adrian. Adrian, be the suitcase, baby. Be the suitcase. Here we go. No pressure. Adrian, I like this. He knows there's 2 shots of life. Oh, hold on 1 second, baby. Get that ball stationary. You do not want to miss your shot. This is it for the World Cup final. Oh, this is a human agony. A human agony. Apparently, the word is Adrian. I'm not saying I'm desperate for you to go to the World Cup final, but I'm going to get, you know what, this ball's terrible. Here we go. We're going here with this one, baby. Hold on. Okay, let it station. Do your thing. Go Red Hawks! Whoa! Oh my God! You're very good at hitting that one spot right underneath, baby. Adrian, just stand there for one moment, because I've got to tell you, I want so badly to give these tickets away. There's a second contestant. Let's hear it for. It is the great. Here we go. Tell us your name.
Jen.
From Madison, New Jersey. And I hear we may have a ringer. Tell us what you do professionally.
I'm in advertising, but I, on the side, run our Madison Soccer Club in Madison, New Jersey.
Let's hear it for the Madison Soccer Club! Who will you be taking to the World Cup if you get this kick in?
My son, Cooper.
Yo, Big Coops, your mum is the best. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it for Jennifer! Oh, my God! Jennifer, I'm not saying there's a lot riding on this kick, but I'm in agony. Come on. Get the ball in the basket. Oh, my God. Here we go. This is like watching this. Your mum's like Lionel Messi from the penalty spot. Here we go. One last shot for all of it. Please, God. 3. Oh! That is a human agony. Let's bring you both up. No one loses on this shot. We're going to give you both, courtesy of Marriott Bonvoy, a beautiful, beautiful stay overnight. Here you go. Bring them in. Let's hear it again. Oh, for our beautiful contestants. That is a human agony. The car will be driving to the game on its own, and I think the driver will be going to the World Cup final. Let's do it. It's a human agony. Let's hear it again for these human beings. I love you. Come here. Here we go. Here you go. There you go. Yeah, one more. Hold on. Get that ball moving. This is definitely the final one. I'll be hearing from the lawyers. Here we go. You're very persuasive. Just zone in. Oh. There you go. I almost headed that one in. That is a human agony. Let's hear it again from Marriott Bonvoy. Oh, my God. Oh, we are now. We are now headed over. God bless you. Amazing. This is Rog. This is Matchday Live. Not just any Matchday Live. Love you. Yo! America! Who's ready for this? Let's do it, baby. We are in New York City. That was amazing. This is not just any Matchday Live. This is a World Cup final Matchday Live. Argentina versus Spain. Oh, we're here for the title and for eternal fame. We'll either have a back-to-back winner, a Messi deification, or the succession of a new god. This show will break it all down. Presented by Bank of America, who always asks, what would you like the power to do? Oh, I would like the power to bask in World Cup fever forever. Am I right? Oh, and we are here in Fanatics Fest, which is the most incredible sporting spectacle the world's ever known, giving away the viral hit of the summer, the Bank of America fan bands. I'm wearing one right now. Fans are making memories. We all want keepsakes. And Bank of America fan bands are the reminder of this glorious summer. Before we get into it, I want to thank everyone at Fanatics, especially the mighty Lance Fensterman and Scott Fisher, for their wonderful partnership, for putting on this quite amazing weekend. We're going to break it all down. Everything you need to know. Coming up shortly, we got the star of the World Cup. VOZINHA is joining us. My God, what a human being. We got the Cape Verde flags in full effect. I love you. Amazing. We've also got two incredible human beings. We got Tiki Barber from the New York Giants. Oh my God. That was a bit of a Jets country noise, that was. But don't worry, we got one of your favorite fans. We got Method Man coming onto the stage. But right now, I'm here with Wrexham Yao Ming. Let's hear it. Oh, for the great Humphrey Ker.
Thank you. Definitely Chester country here, I think, from that response.
I think so. Vamos! We've also got the People's Captain, over 219 caps for the USA, two-time World Cup winner, host of Team Me Up here on the Men in Blazers Media Network. Tim for Becky Sauerbrunn! Oh, Becky, you have played in a World Cup final, two of them actually. How are the players feeling this morning? They are 7 games into the tournament, one big one ahead. They know who they are. They know what's gotten them to the brink of the glory. Are they locked in confident because they know what they have to do? Or are they more nervous than ever?
It's both. It really is both. I think there's nothing left in the tank now. They don't have to measure out any more energy. It's all, they can leave everything on the field, and that's a really freeing sensation. And it really just depends on the person. I mean, there are going to be guys that are going to be going to the bathroom about 4 or 5 times before they head out to that field because
guilty.
The nerves are just so high. And there's others that are going to be playing FIFA and then will be completely fine walking onto that field. And so it really just depends on the person, but it's the final. Like, you don't need any extra motivation. It's already built in.
This game, the World Cup final, it's like nothing else on the planet. Super Bowl has 200 million people watching it. The World Cup final from New York City is going to have 2 billion people around the world looking at this place. The Argentinians have taken over this city. It's utterly buzzing. This city's crazy, Bob.
It's been an extraordinary few days here in New York. I mean, everywhere I've gone, I've seen fans in shirts of every different nation that's been at this World Cup, fans in shirts of nations that aren't here. And obviously, the Argentinians have, turned Times Square into a roiling cauldron of pro-Argentinian excitement. The Spanish fans have been a little bit more, seeking out the best tapas in town. That's the way they roll. But yeah, I think both sets of fans have really, really transformed New York over the last few days.
Also buzzing the chat from all of you watching at home on YouTube. Idaho City fan 23 says, I cannot wait for the Bathtub Classico. Mr. Sean 1010 says, another 6-4 game today. It's happening. At Kate Bruin says, I still don't know what a worm burner is, but I love it anyway. Look, one team will not just win, they will become immortal today. That's what we're going to see at that final whistle. These are moments of wonder. These are days we will tell our grandchildren about. These are the legends, these inspirations, these footballers can become demigods, and our first guest is living proof of that. It's a man who, no matter who lifts the trophy this afternoon, I believe this man has already won the World Cup. You know his story. He arrived here making his tournament debut, age 40, in goal for 67th in the world. Cape Verde! He just only went and shut out second in the world ranked Spain, beginning a darling run for his team into the knockout rounds, propelling himself into becoming the single most followed goalkeeper on Instagram in the world. A mononym reminder, all of our dreams can come true. Please welcome the World Cup dream in human form. It's VOZINHA! VOZINHA, say hello to your people.
Hello.
Say hello to New York City.
Hello, New York City.
VOZINHA, it is incredible to be with you here in person. Nobody has had a more transformational World Cup than you. 39 days ago, few knew the name VOZINHA. Now you're one of the most famous footballers at the 2026 tournament. You've been hanging out with the biggest stars, the biggest legends. Does this all feel real to you, or do you still feel like you're living a dream?
Of course, I'm living my dream. I never expect this. It's been an amazing journey, and receive all this love, not just for me, but for our national team and for our country. It's been a big privilege and a big honor for me.
Today is the World Cup final. Cape Verde's World Cup story is even greater because the last two teams standing are Spain and Argentina. Cape Verde, the only team to shut Spain out in this tournament. And you came within 9 minutes of taking Argentina to penalties in the round of 32. How much pride do you take in that?
A lot. It's for us was always about the love we have for football, the love we have for our national team, and also to show Cape Verde to the world, because we used to say we are from Cape Verde, and people say, where is this? And I think from now on, everyone knows where is Cape Verde, and we are very happy for this.
Who was harder to play against, Spain or Argentina, and why?
What do you mean?
Who was harder to play against, Spain or Argentina, and why?
I think both game was difficult. Spain, it's one national team. They like to control the game, to have a lot of possession. It's hard to play with them because most of the time you don't have a ball. But with Argentina, I think during the tournament, we believe more, and we feel that we could beat anyone, and we could face them and compete in the same way like them. Argentina also was very tough because they are fighter and they have a lot of passion like us, and they have Messi that in any moment can decide the game, but was both very difficult games.
You obviously made an extraordinary number of saves during the competition. Was there any one particular one that stands out? Is there one that you replay in your head before you go to sleep at night?
For me, all the World Cup, it's been amazing for me. So I will collect all the moments and all the saves.
I mean, there were so many incredible moments. You made 15 saves. You had your mum brought over to the United States by Congress so she could watch, she could share in your memories. I do need to know, how many times have you watched that save against Spain? Let's look at this. It's amazing. I mean, look at that human being. And what do you feel when you look at it, VOZINHA? Do you believe it's you?
Of course, I feel very happy for this save and for all the save. For me, it's been like a long journey, because when we born in the country like Cape Verde, then the opportunity is very small, and we have a lot of talents there, then born there, and never had the opportunity to show to the world. And being in the World Cup was a dream, not for me, but for all this generation from Cape Verde, all the ex-players. and the dream come true and show to the world. And we have also a lot of talent, a lot of quality, and in the end, we love our country. So I think I work all my life for this moment, and being in World Cup and show to the world my quality and the quality of our team, it's been great.
Did you as a team know as the tournament was going on that you were doing something really special and becoming kind of the darlings of the tournament? Did you know that as a team, or were you kind of in a bubble?
First of all, like in the beginning of the tournament, inside the group, inside the team, we feel and we knew that we will face them in good way, and our target was qualify to the next round. Even for the people outside, they never expect that. But after the game against Spain, and game by game, we feel that we have also quality, and we was there, like I said, to compete, and we feel that we could beat anyone. We didn't win any games, but we showed that we was like also a good team, good national team, and sometimes football, the luck or the details. With Argentina, we lose the games. We receive 2 goals in set pieces. So, but the most important, it's we show the resilience of the Cape Verdean people, and we show that even in hard time or when you don't have too much chance, we show how we can describe the Cape Verdean people.
I'm sure you heard Thierry Henry saying that people who were surprised by Cape Verde's success was a sign they weren't watching enough African football. And this tournament, a record number of African teams have qualified for the knockouts. Is that something that you feel very proud of, to be part of that kind of new, exciting wave of African teams doing well? Or are you more concentrating on, Cape Verde, that's the ultimate priority?
First of all, I think we all represent Africa. All the national team, they did a great job. Egypt, Morocco, all of them. The other one, Congo. Yes, South Africa, Ghana. All of them did a great job. But we was more focused on us, and I think in the end we are proud because we represent Africa, and our continent was also waiting for this long time ago. It's the first time then we have more than 5 teams. In the previous time, you have to make the qualification in the group stage, and then you have to make the knockout. And Africa is huge. We have 54 countries, and when you won the group, you have to go to the qualification or to the playoff, and it's more hard because you have many good national teams. But in the end, it's always about our people, our country, and our continent. And so I think all the African people, they are happy. And one more time, I think we have a lot of quality in Africa, but unfortunately we have many countries that the condition it's difficult, really difficult. And I hope now we can give happiness, and we can show the kids and the people, not just the kids, then they can dream and they can achieve anything they want.
VOZINHA, you said earlier you did not win any games, but I think as these people evidence, you won a lot of hearts in this country. And by the way, there's a really huge group of Cape Verdeans right behind you, and it is beautiful to see. I mean, that joy. But traveling this country, seeing the Congan diaspora unite around their team, meeting so many Ghanaian Americans uniting around their team, it's been the joy to meet all the Cape Verdeans that you made so proud in the United States. You're a very humble man. You came on our show the day you shut out Spain. You always wanted to talk about the team, the nation. You don't love talking about yourself. But I do need to say, before this World Cup, famously, you had 50,000 followers on Instagram. Now, you know how many you have right now?
I think 29 million, something like this.
It's 29.4 million. More than Harry Kane, more than the Portuguese national team. You have kids obsessing with getting your autograph in the street. You're on talk shows. I've loved watching you. hang out with the original Ronaldo, with Rene Higuita. David Beckham I was with this morning said he just met you last night. How are you experiencing this incredible radical shift in fame? It is fame that you now have. Have you just acclimated to it and you're just like, this is my life now? Or does it all feel surreal? Honestly, VOZINHA.
It's unreal for me, and like I said, for me to be with this guy, with these legends, with this great player from all of time, it's a big privilege. I can compare with them because what they did from many years in the big level of football, it's something like really big. But in the end, I'm very happy to be with them, to share like ideas or just to say hello. It's something very big for me because I used to watch them in the TV. Most of them, I like them a lot because, you know, I play football. We have our team, like then we support, and it's guys that always show to the world also the good things that football can give. That it's like the love to the people, the united, because like now you see here, it's not one country. Then the football is the principal sport, but everyone is together and everyone is united and living this dream. Not just I have one friend, she's a girl, and she tell me one thing before World Cup, because she don't see football, but every World Cup is like something special. And I feel this is really special because you can see people from all the world, and from the younger to the oldest, and how they follow the football, how they follow the World Cup, and this is something there is no words that we can describe.
Serious question. What have you found is the single greatest benefit of having 30,000 Instagram followers?
30 million.
30 million. Bite your arm off for 30,000.
I can tell you about 30,000.
Go on.
It's not that interesting.
First of all, I have to say thank you to everyone, all the followers, all the supporters. Because the love I've been received, it's really great, but there is always like good and bad things, you know. But let's say I think I have to be myself always. I have to think the good things. There will always here will be like many good and bad things, and when it's the bad things, I have to see how I can handle, how I can put far away from me. Also, I like to be like quiet in my corner, and now it's impossible, but I am grateful for this also. And one more time I have to say thank you to everyone, because the love they show for me, it's something like really amazing.
All 30 million of them.
Yes.
I will say, we had James Rodriguez on this show a month before the World Cup, and he said that he can divide his life into before the goal in 2014 World Cup and after the goal in 2014 World Cup. I'm sure you feel somewhat the same. You've said in Cape Verde you love cooking on the street, you love eating on the doorstep, you love connecting with and welcoming people. That's the person you are. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for you, if this is any evidence whatsoever, the crowd following you around Fanatics Fest. What do you expect will be your life from here on out? How do you keep things the same in your own quiet way, VOZINHA, for reals?
I think the first things I have to give attention when I have time, especially for the kids, because the kids, they show us like I have friends and they want to be like me or like many. So when I have time, I will always give attention to the kids. I would like to give attention to everyone, but it's impossible. So when I don't have the chance to say hello or to take a photo, I feel very sorry about this. But I think this also can bring many benefits and many good things for our country, to create opportunity for the poor people, for the children, for the homeless. And not even in my country. I think I can have all these things to help to promote many good things and to help who really need, because there in this world, there is a lot of people that, for example, they never have a chance to have a shoes, or there is many people, sometimes they fight to have food one time a day. So I think if we can make these things and we can help the people, this will be always the first priority.
I mean, now you have this platform. You can bring your voice to the things that are your values that you want. We have to get you to the final. You are going to be there. You're going to watch this game. We're about to watch it. You know both of these teams well. VOZINHA, who do you want to win and why in this game?
For me, I will say, like I said, I think this word doesn't match well in English, but I really don't care.
Because it's not
I
Cape
think
Verde.
I hope who deserves to win the game will win the game, and in the end, I think everyone in the world is expecting good football with a lot of passion and with a lot of quality, and whoever deserves it will win. But even sometimes in football, you play better and you lose the game. So in the end, I hope everyone will be happy with the final and all the World Cup, because it's been an amazing journey.
VOZINHA, I want to get you out of here. I do want to say, I hope you know that when people think about the 2026 World Cup, forever, they will remember Messi, they'll remember Mbappe, they'll remember the Scottish fans, but they will remember you. Your name will be forever attached. This is who you are. Are you aware of that? Your name will be forever remembered.
Yes, and I just have to say thank you to everyone, and I'm really happy, and I'm privileged to be in the World Cup, and it's a big honor for me. And thank you to everyone.
You're a true hero. Let's hear it for VOZINHA. Thanks for being today. Let's hear it for your man. Can you go to the front and take a photo with everyone? Let's hear it for VOZINHA. VOZINHA! What a man! Becky Sauerbrunn. That man is really the winner of the People's Golden Glove.
I mean, he was talking about inspiring young people, like all these generations of everyone. And I'm just thinking about, he's 40, 41 years old. Like, he's inspiring that generation of adults that still want to play soccer and be elite. I mean, most of the time, I would play in a game and it's like, oh my gosh, she's 40 years old. It's amazing she can even walk on this field. And look at what he's doing.
It's extraordinary. I mean, I think it is, again, I think part of the reason why it's captured everyone's imagination in such a massive way is that idea of this is someone who is living out the dreams of a lot of us who thought we were not going to get to play at a World Cup. And maybe we still can. I'm 43, unfortunately. I've fallen out of, I've just gone out of the window where you can play.
You can dream big dreams. I've got to say, we've got Tiki Barber coming on momentarily. After that, we got the great method man. The chat love that. Alex Dabrowski says, alternate finalissima, Cape Verde versus Scotland. No Cape Verde, no Scots, no party. We need to quickly break down what we're about to witness, this final in the game plan, presented by Bank of America. Remember, every single result in this tournament begins the same way, not on the pitch, but in the mind of the coaches and the players. Bank of America asks it best. What would you like the power to do? I'd love to have the power to break down this game, Becky. You've been here before. How is a World Cup final different to any other game of football you play? Once the whistle blows, does it all just feel the same?
Honestly, right when you get to warm up and you touch that ball for the first time, you remember this is soccer. Like, you have done this a million times before, and then you just have to trust your preparation. And everything leading up to it, it does feel heightened, and you're gonna feel the nerves and the anxiety, but it's really like right when you get into that warm-up, everything just kind of settles down. And it's like, you've done this before, you know what to do.
This game, Spain versus Argentina, Euro champions, defending World Cup, South American champions, team built on tactics and collective ideas against one that just runs on vibes and pure magic. You got Lamine Yamal against his bath buddy, Lionel Messi. What makes you more excited, the supreme rational logic of Spain or the madness of Argentina?
Well, there's no way to escape the fact that the madness of Argentina is built on excitement, it's built on chaos, it's built on these extraordinary moments that we live for in football. So it really is, it's sort of, science versus magic, effectively. It's an android from, it's one of the droids from Star Wars versus Harry Potter in a very real way. So, I mean, for me, it's just really exciting to see which one of these two things will win out. You know, Spain have built their whole system around trying to snuff out those moments of magic from opposition teams, whereas Argentina's whole system is based on, pulling the pin out of a grenade and lobbing it into the middle of the opposition defense and seeing what happens.
Argentina have the most goals in the tournament. Spain could set a record for fewest goals conceded, just one so far. Becky, you're a defender. You love elite backlines. Spain just shut out that France attack. I mean, that was vaunted. It was meant to be unstoppable. How have they done it?
I mean, it's just been beautiful. It's been a unit. It's not just, Spain is not about the individual. It's about the team, and how they defend is just as a unit, and the communication, the movement, the covering for one another. It truly is beautiful. And you see players like Karbasi, who is just having outstanding tournaments with passing efficiency, with shutting down Mbappe during that France game. And so we always talk about defense wins championships. And as you saw yesterday in that match with 10 goals conceded, no wonder they weren't in the championship game, because there was not defense being played. But I think Spain, if the way that they have been defending, I just don't see Argentina being able to do what they've done these last few games and really at the last minute, like, get those equalizers, get those winning goals, because I think Spain is just too organized.
Classic defender talk.
Yeah, that's our other podcast in Defending Today. But Lionel Messi walks on the field 63% of the time, stands still 25% of the time, but it's the other 12% in which his dark magic reigns. How do you understand what he does that no one, not even England's big Dan Burn, can stop?
I think ultimately it's, we've known for a long time that he's probably the best person to ever play this game. And I think that there's a combination of factors. One that I think is potentially overlooked is the pure aura of Messi. It is his capacity to scramble opposition players' brains just by his very presence. You know when you are taking the field against him that is the greatest player of all time is on the opposition side. And I do think that's a factor that ultimately we've not possibly seen the Spanish team have to contend with this tournament. I mean, no, unless you are playing him, you are not playing him. And so, again, we will see today whether, this unit that has been so incredibly organized and is so disciplined and is so rigid and everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing, will there be those split-second moments of indecision that come from the knowledge that the guy that's got the ball at his feet in front of you can sort of do anything at any time?
Offense wins games, defense wins championships, aura wins back-to-back World Cups. We will find out. I'm going to get predictions in just one moment. But Becky, this game is not a one-off. Comes on this culmination. Both of these teams have had a journey to glory. It's been an odyssey of a tournament, played in sweltering heat. Last 14 finals, men's and women's, including the Euros, the team that had that extra day of rest has won the game. Spain are that team. They played Tuesday, Argentina Wednesday. The Argentinians also gone to extra time twice already. Freshness, fatigue, recovery, the lack of it. Could that just decide the final?
It can, unfortunately. And luckily with this tournament, there has been a lot more days between games. So like the accumulative effect, maybe it will be less in the final, but it is the way that Argentina plays, the passion, the emotion, like that can be very draining to have to recover just from that alone. So Spain with that extra day, I mean, the way that they play, it's so controlled and methodical. You would think they're conserving energy. And so I think it might play into it for Argentina.
It is time for predictions, time to glimpse the future. Let's bring up the orb of prophecy, the superior player of the match prediction, presented by our great friends at Michelob Ultra. This is an epic game. At the final whistle, first of all, who's going to be man of the match, the superior player of the game. Start with you, Hump.
Well, I'm loath to predict anyone other than Lionel Messi because he keeps throwing any non-Messi prediction back in people's faces. But I am going to go for Dani Olmo because I think if Spain do win this game, I think he has been this kind of quiet engine in their midfield. He doesn't do a lot of the running, he doesn't do a lot of the hard work that's done behind him, but he just pulls the strings. If he sees a string, he's going to pull it. He's like a cat with a ball of yarn.
Becky.
I would want it to be Rodri because I think you need kind of that midfield maestro to really control things. And he's had a wonderful tournament and he's grown as the tournament's gone on. And having played with a midfielder that can kind of pull the strings and organize and break up play, like they're so instrumental in winning. And so I'm going to go with Rodri.
I too am going with Rodri. The way he plays, he is the metronome, the heartbeat. If Argentina cut him off, they can win. If they do not, he will be the sun around which the entire game spins. He will be the MVP, the most valuable passer. But who's going to win it all? And what will the score be? Becky, let's start with you.
I'm going to go Spain 2-1, but in extra time.
God bless. Hump.
Despite having picked Dani Olmo as man of the match, I'm now going to counter. I'm going to play both sides, and therefore I'm going to come out on top.
Please.
I am going to say I think Argentina just do not know how to lay down and die, and I think Spain will pass around them forever and ever and ever. But then Argentina will produce 2 goals in the last, 4 minutes to win it. So I'm going to say 2-1 Argentina.
I'm going to say I do sense a Spanish winner so late. Even Argentina will not have time to do that magic late surge. This smells of a late Mikel Merino piece of wonder. Spain 3-2. Vamos! Becky, it is time for you to head to the final. Give us one last word. What are you most excited about today before you go?
I've been excited about the entire World Cup. I think it's been a beautiful games. I mean, the extension of having more teams and maybe the worry that the games weren't going to be exciting. And some of the best games have been from the countries that you least expected. And so I just love that soccer has brought so many people together. I'm glad to see that the world is just embracing it, that America's embracing it more. I love the community, people coming together, the Tartan Army, the Orange Wave, all of that. And so the Viking Row, all these things that are now forever ingrained into the American conscious.
Becky Sauerbrunn, that is a beautiful note to end on. Thank you. Go and make great memories. What you're about to experience, I hope you remember it forever. Godspeed. Hear it for Becky Sauerbrunn. Echo. We ran a poll in the YouTube chat. Who's going to win it all today? It's very close. Argentina 57%, Spain 43%. We move. It is time to bring on our next guest, the man who spent his entire NFL career at one team, your New York Giants. Like the Francesco Totti of the Meadowlands, he broke records like he broke defensive ends' ankles. 20 Giants best for rushing yards in a game, a season, a career, 10 seasons, racked up over 10,000 yards rushing, 5,000 yards receiving. He's in the Giants Ring of Honor. He's on WFAN, the co-host of the Evan and Tiki Show. It's a joy to welcome. It's Mr. Tiki Barber! Hey, buddy. Health and happiness. Hello. Hello, Tiki Barber. Say hello to New York City.
On? Am I on?
You're on.
You're
Yes,
on,
all right,
baby.
excellent. I can't hear you guys. Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Is this not Men in Blazers?
You mean
sure is.
because you're so formal and we're so
I
shoddily
woke
attired?
up this morning, my wife said, you have to wear a blazer. I said, it's 90 degrees outside.
I love your wife. Tiki, we are 39 days into a
It's
World
gone a bit
Cup.
ragged.
I got to tell you, everything's gone to crap. I am barely standing up at this moment, but you look gorgeous.
Hey, man, you look the part, then you play the part well. That's my belief.
You're mugging us off. You are a man who is so close to this city. You understand the heartbeat, the essence, the sporting culture. What it's been like for you to watch
and witness a dozen fan bases from around the world take over New York one at a time in a
I tell you,
tournament.
Raj, it's been a lot of fun because I actually appreciate soccer. I watch soccer. I'm a Liverpool fan. I know you're on the other side of Liverpool and Everton.
There you go.
But,
one's a winner, the other's a loser.
Right, but it's been awesome to see fan bases who normally don't pay attention to soccer start to get why soccer has been such a huge, or we should say football has been such a huge part of the sporting world. And it all goes back to NBC. You know, they started covering European soccer, and kids started watching it, fandom started to develop, and before you know it, there's this massive kind of underculture of soccer fandom in this city. Now, most people will talk when they call sports talk radio, when they call Evan and Tiki, they want to talk the Jets and the Mets and the Yankees and the Giants and the Rangers. But behind the scenes, there's a lot of soccer fans. Like most of my conversations in our newsroom is soccer. It's like, could you believe that Pep's leaving Man City? Like all these things. And on-air talent doesn't care. But there is a growing appreciation of the world's game. And I think this World Cup was spectacular in showcasing that. We started to see a lot of like Messi fans who weren't normally Messi fans, or Mbappe fans who didn't know how you say that guy's name, or Dembele, or all these other guys. You started to, Lamine Yamal, whose face is on the side of American Dream, you started to understand who that is. And it's been cool for me as a host who likes to talk soccer, I never get the chance to actually be an informed voice to talk about it.
I mean, it's crazy. The player that seems to have engaged America more than any other, faster than any other, is Erling Haaland.
Yes.
A giant who looks like he could have been a tight end in the NFL.
No
Like, we almost needed that segue athlete who looks like he could be very good at the sport we love to move it over into their hearts and their minds.
Well, I have a hard time rooting for Erling Haaland because he's a Man City player. But for Norway, he was fantastic. And he looked fun. When they win games, he'd be hitting the drum and they'd be on the ground doing I mean, it was just it was fun.
He's hard to dislike. I mean, I know what you mean. I'm also a Liverpool fan. He's
impossible to dislike. And if you follow him on social media, it's even better.
Yeah, and he's, has been an incredible ambassador for the game. I mean, one of the things I've really enjoyed, I've lived in the States for 13 years now, and, I've done my best to embrace American sports culture. But I've really enjoyed this World Cup, traveling around all over the countries I've done with doing Men in Blazers. And you see so many people, walking past me in the street in Atlanta or Dallas or whatever it may be, in a Norway jersey or in a France jersey. But they are American kids, and they're speaking with American accents. They may have no connection to that team beyond this is just a team they have picked to back this World Cup once the US has gone out. But I think that passion, that enjoyment, I had that when I first came here and I first went to football games and I first went to baseball games. You start to understand the point of it and why it's so fun and why it's such a great thing and a glorious thing we all revel in.
At Sky Blue in Florida says Haaland is normalising Manchester City fandom. Talk about your own fandom. I know it comes from your twin brother, Rondé. He chose Manchester United because of the Bucks and United. Ultimately, those are sibling limbs on the Glazer family tree. He wanted you to choose a team so you could talk about the sport together. Go about how he pitched this to you.
He kept talking soccer to me. He's like, "Hey, do you see this soccer?" I'm like, "No, I don't watch soccer. So everybody played soccer. Every kid plays soccer at some point. At some point, you also quit soccer. And so for us, it was so superficial and stupid, especially considering what I ended up doing for a living. It was because it was too cold. We played in the fall, and it was cold. I didn't like wearing shorts and little T-shirts playing soccer, so we quit and ended up playing a game that ended up being much colder. But he loves soccer because of the Glazers who own Man United, but also own the Buccaneers. And so he kept talking soccer to me. And I said, "Stop talking soccer. I don't care." And he said, "Pick a team. Just pick any team. And I promise you, you will start to care." And so I picked Man City, and he said, "Anybody but Man City." And then I saw Sadio Mane and Mo Salah and Joe Gomez and those guys back when they were really good, at the beginning of them beginning really good. And I said, "That's my team." And then they won the Champions League the next year. Then they won the Premier League the following year. And I got hooked. And I understood what he was talking about. There's a beauty in the game. Like when you see the triangles, right? You see the passing lanes. You see the strategy. And when you start to understand that, it becomes beautiful. But if you don't understand it, it looks, hey, they're not doing anything. They're not trying to score. But when you figure it out, it really becomes exciting, and you can start to feel the build. You can tell when a goal is coming.
Yeah.
Right? You can feel it.
Yes, the
so
energy.
that only happens if you dig into it. So I thank my brother for making me a soccer fan.
And for making you a Liverpool fan.
A Liverpool fan, of course.
More importantly. Yeah, I mean, I had that same thing.
Even though I didn't love Arne Slot.
With R.I.P. And there's a new dawn coming. I had the same thing with baseball was the American sport that I first really got into, and I've got to keep my voice down here, which unfortunately is being broadcast.
New York is a baseball town.
I went to a Red Sox game for the first time.
Come on.
But I loved it, and I'm now in a position where I can watch a game and it can finish 1-0 in baseball, and it's a great game because it's a fantastic pitcher's duel. It's incredible defense, like all those things that make a great game of baseball, and there aren't that many runs.
Right.
And I think that's the same. It sounds like the same for you, where with football, as you come to appreciate, or soccer, as you come to appreciate the kind of finer points of it, and we know a 0-0 can be an incredibly exciting game.
Of course.
If the stakes are the right way.
Yeah, as we just saw with VOZINHA.
Exactly.
Right. He was 0-0 against Spain.
Yeah, and one of the great games of the World Cup.
One of the greatest, and the memories that are made will last forever. There's one player we've learned NFL stars adore, and it's Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tiny.
I think that's why.
He's like a footballing Barry Sanders.
Well, I think I'm short for a football player. I was 5'9", played at about 208 pounds or so. But there are more small people than there are big people. And so when you see the big athlete, like when you see Kevin Durant or LeBron James, and he's massive and they're dominant, and they should be, because they're massive athletes. But when you see a little athlete that's dominant, it feels relatable, because you're never going to be 6'7". You're never going to be that
some
big.
Some of us are.
You know, y'all heard that, right?
Hump's a big boy.
But I think Messi is I think his skill is what makes him so exciting
how
to watch.
do you understand it? Because he's able to enforce his will on all comers. What do you see him doing? How do you understand his gift?
Yeah, so it's funny. My brother, after the England game, he just wrote me and said, "This guy is inevitable," and it's the right word. And he punishes you when you give him advantage. And that's what England did, obviously, by playing that park in the bus, whatever you guys call it, the low block.
Exactly.
And even though he's off his bad foot, he's putting the ball perfectly where it's supposed to be. And for someone who's been doing it for as long as he had, you had to expect that, right? There's gravity with him. And so you suck into him, somebody else is going to be free. And that happened with the Fernandez goal, and then obviously the Martinez goals. He doesn't have to do it himself because he can create for other people. And I don't think that's the Messi that we wanted to see, but it's the Messi that you appreciate when you understand how he plays football.
Tiki, is this a question for you? So you obviously, when you were playing for the Giants, you were such an important part of that offense there, and so many teams were setting up specifically to try and stop you from doing your job, which is what's being done to Leo Messi.
Right.
How did you prepare for that mentally when you were going into a game? Was it a case of, were you trying to counter in your head what their counter to you was, or were you like, I'm going to do my thing, good luck to you guys?
I've never been a football executive, so I don't know how they draft. But I think that we don't put enough emphasis on guys who are high IQ, football IQ, smart. And it's hard to ascertain that. You're not going to get it from grades all the time.
Right.
Sometimes you will. I was a smart student, but I was able to become a great player, not because of my size, but because of my football IQ. I could see and anticipate what was going to happen before it was happening. And I'll give you an example. So my last regular season game, we were playing the Washington, then Redskins, they're now the Commanders, obviously. And we had this trap, it was a pulling play. So guard blocks down, whoever is uncovered pulls around. And Sean O'Hara, our center, ended up having to pull around. And in my mind, I'm saying, this is going to be slower than it normally is because it's the center as opposed to the guard that's pulling. And so as we start, I intentionally slow down, but I'm still in front of him. And I see it coming, the blocking is coming perfectly, but Sean is in my way. Like, he's right there. And so I'm like, how am I getting around? I can't go around him because I'm going to kill the play. I can't go behind him because there's no hole back there. I need him to get out of my way.
Right.
And so I pushed him. And this is a 290-pound center. So I pushed him into his block. It creased the hole, and I went 52 yards for a touchdown. But I could see it happening before it happened.
Right.
And I think when you look at really good soccer players, they see it happening before it happens.
Right, and that ability to adapt on the fly.
100%.
Yeah.
It's not going to be perfect. You train for it to be perfect, but it's never going to be that way. It's why when you look at a guy like, say, Pat Mahomes, who has been a phenom over the last 6 years in the NFL, it's not as perfectly prescribed as Andy Reid designed it, or
right.
Matt Nagy, who was the offensive coordinator, who's now at the New York Giants. Let's go Giants. It becomes more about, can you make it perfect, even if it's not? And the best athletes do that.
Yeah.
You see it with Jalen Brunson. All this New York Knicks championship run. It wasn't perfect, but
right.
somehow they made it perfect. Right? That's a skill. It's a talent, and it's something that's hard to quantify. But when you see it, you know it.
It's what Argentina have done over and over and
100%.
over again. For me, it is magic. But you talk about seeing the future. It's time to get to your predictions. Let's hear it from you, Tiki. First of all, which player is going to be the superior player of the match? Who is going to stand out this afternoon in New Jersey?
I think it has to be Lamine Yamal. I think it has to be.
Go on, tell us what you think.
So, first of all, I don't know where they stayed. I think they were in Jersey somewhere. But they're going to drive into the place formerly known as MetLife Stadium. And he's going to see his face on the side of the American dream, sitting right next to Messi, and it's going to inspire him. Now, he's only scored 1 goal in 7 games, but we came into this World Cup expecting him to take the title from Messi. Now we're going to literally watch him take the title from Messi. I have Spain 3-2.
God bless. There's going to be a new star stitched on the Spanish jerseys. Tiki Barber, from your mouth to God's ear. Last question for you. 2 billion people are going to be looking. They're going to be looking at New York, New Jersey this afternoon. What do you want them to see about our city, about our region? What do you want them to know? What do you want them to feel?
I think they're going to see and understand what I learned when I became a broadcaster. Not necessarily when I was playing, because you ignore the noise when you're an actual player. But when I became a broadcaster, I realized why New York is so passionate about their sports. They're knowledgeable. They're clearly passionate. They have a vested interest, whether it's with some wagering book or whether it's just bragging rights, right? This city is so dialed in when they're passionate about something, and I hope that shows. Now, obviously, there's a lot of fans that are going to be coming from Argentina. I know they took over Times Square, but for right now, they're New Yorkers, so we're claiming them. The Spanish folks that came from wherever they came from Spain or from South America, they're New Yorkers right now, and I think the world is going to see that. The beauty of football is that the world watches.
I love that spirit. I love that energy. You are all New Yorkers now. Tiki Barber, you're an incredible human being. You're an inspiration to all of us that love this city and have watched the sports scene here thrive and wonder. Your football fandom is what I do love the most. You're an incredible human being. Let's hear it from Mr. Tiki Barber.
Thank you for having me.
You're gorgeous, man. Tiki. Big love to your wife. Oh, man. Tiki Barber, what an incredible human being. He looks fantastic.
Certainly does.
Put us to shame.
I know.
In every
he really
regard.
called us out for being a couple of bums.
By the way, as he should have done. We are. If we're not a couple of bums, we're not nothing. I will say, for a couple of bums, it's been an incredible summer. The best part of this World Cup has been communing with all of you. America experiencing the world of football, football world experiencing the best of America. For those of you who are new to the game, it does not stop at the end of the tournament. We're heading off to England in about 10 days to begin our Premier League coverage. So for all the new American fans getting involved, stick with us. Pick your team like Tiki Barber. I love it. I can't wait to follow along with all of you who are following this game on our socials, our YouTube, our podcast, our newsletter. More to come week in, week out. The biggest celebrity fans, the best players in the world. It is our life. Welcome to making it yours. But it's time for the final guest of Matchday Live. I've been so excited to be with this human being because, for me, he's an icon, a poet, a human wonder, a legend across the 5 boroughs. He's an uncontainable creative force, hails from the mysterious far-off land of Shaolin, came to define an era of hip-hop, one of the frontmen of your legendary Wu-Tang Clan. Outside of rap, he's as multi-hyphenated as his lyrics. He's an actor, he's a musician, here to spread buttery lyrics over hominy grits. New York City, we're about to get butt wild for Mr. Meth, the one and only Method Man. Oh, Method Man. Method Man. Say hello to New York City, baby.
What's up, baby?
Oh, Method Man. Summers in this city are unlike any place in the world. This one has been one of the greatest since I've lived here. Starting with that Knicks win. And that energy rolling straight into the World Cup. Have you ever seen anything like it in the 5 boroughs as this summer? Just that complete and utter joyous, blissed out vibe.
Yeah, Summer Jam. No, something about this year, and just New York just keeps winning and winning and winning and winning. It's bringing great energy to the city. It's kind of justifying the heat that we're feeling right now because our city is the hottest city in the world. Yes, sir. So, yeah, it's a blast for sure.
Back in the 90s, soccer was not culturally visible in New York. It is now. But you've been touring the planet with the Wu-Tang Clan. You performed in some of the biggest soccer cities in the world. London, Manchester, Barcelona, Sao Paulo, Rome, Paris. Not yet been to Liverpool, but we're working on it. Do you remember crossing paths with the sport, the subculture, the fans on your travels? And what were your glimpses? What did you make of it, man?
All right, I was in Paris years ago. And, you know, I was going to get myself some lunch. And at this point, you know, Wu-Tang isn't as worldwide as we are right now, so it was easy for me to move around. And I remember walking back to my hotel, and there was this big crowd around this guy. You know, very good-looking dude. You could tell that he was athletic. I didn't know what he did, but I remember his car. It was this Lambo, and this thing was beautiful, man. It came up out of the ground first and foremost, and then it turned like this. Never seen a valet parking like that ever in my life. Paris, kudos to you. But I asked someone, like, who is this guy? He's like, he's a footballer. I was like, oh, okay, I get it, soccer. And then that, you know, it kind of gave me a perspective on how big, not just the sport is, but how big the athletes are around the world, man.
And you, in that moment, you wanted Staten Island to have parking, valet parking like that. Where they
I want that in my house if I can.
Humphrey.
Yeah, so obviously you're so ingrained in the New York sports scene, and you know, I know you're a huge Jets fan.
Yes, sir.
And so the MetLife is kind of a real mecca for you.
Yeah.
That's a big home. Like, how does it feel having like the world turn its attention to the MetLife like it is today? I mean, 2 billion people watch.
Well, it'll be the one time I can't afford a ticket in MetLife. that's for sure. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. You know, just to know that, you know, something as major as the World Cup would even visit, you know, a stadium such as MetLife, which isn't saying that it's a bad stadium. It's just, I don't know, you know, World Cup, you think world view. So now the world is watching us, and I think that not just New Jersey, but New York are going to step up, show the fans as well as the people what Jersey and New York culture is all about, as well as show them all the love in the world.
Because I gather that like some people in the States that we could give MetLife's got like a bad reputation as a venue. I mean, I've been there twice now.
Well, we like to call it Meth Life Stadium now, and it's getting better. It's getting better with time, for sure.
I did go to one Jets game there years ago, and it finished 7-3 to the Jets, which feels like maybe the lowest scoring game in the history of the NFL.
There's been a few of those, but yeah, the Jets, if you're a Jet fan, you've been there before.
Yeah, it was Chad Pennington was the quarterback.
I love
for that
Chad,
game.
by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
When he played for the Dolphins, he was amazing.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
It felt like
7-3 feels like a great third-place game in the World Cup.
I bought a Chad Pennington shirt outside, and I went in, and everybody was just giving him. Everyone's like, "Boo! You suck, Pennington."
You suck. Yeah.
So I picked
sounds
the
like
wrong
New York.
shirt.
You
New
did
York
that,
quarterback
baby.
for sure.
You did that, baby. Storyline leading into this final is amazing. 19-year-old Lamine Yamal against 39-year-old Lionel Messi. It's the heir apparent against the old master. We were chatting about it before you went on. One of these men baby bath the other. It's like a storyline. When I see this photograph, Meth, it's like one of your kung fu epics that inspired the great Wu-Tang albums. It is mythically unbelievable, right?
Yes. First off, that baby is adorable. He was an adorable baby. Messi looks too comfortable. Yes, of course. It kind of mirrors that lone wolf and cub storyline, and now this is a coming-of-age story for this young man. I don't think anyone can surpass what Messi has done for the sport, and ask anyone that's in the sport, they'll tell you he's the GOAT, but this is a great precursor of where the sport can go with this kid.
I mean, it's crazy. We're going to get prediction from you in a minute, but the little man, his dedication to his craft is unrivaled. We've seen the love he has for the game, motivate his teammates. They all just will, sacrifice themselves for him, literally. When you watch him, what do you see, man? Because he's almost like a deity. He's almost like a religious holy man at this point.
Well, I can say this. Being that I'm not a big soccer fan and watching highlights of this young man, you can see the poise. You can tell that he's very comfortable in his position and that his parents raised him right, period. Yes.
But what he does, Meth, I'm starting to believe the only logical explanation is divine magic. Am I mad to believe in magic for real, man?
No, I don't think you're mad for believing in magic. As a matter of fact, the stage is magical right now, brother.
You're a gorgeous human being in every regard. World Cup is a crazy phenomenon. At the final whistle, 11 men become forgotten instantly, irrelevant.
Yeah.
But the 11 that win stop being human. They become immortal. I mean, Wu-Tang feel as close to immortal as I know. Can you explain what that feels like to be close to immortal, bub?
Well, it's kind of being eternal in a sense.
Yeah.
You know what? I can sum it up like this. Not too long ago, they named our street after us called the Wu-Tang District in our old neighborhood. Years from now, hundreds of years from now, when I'm gone and everybody's gone, there's going to be proof on this planet that I existed. That is eternal to me.
That is it. So we will live on after you.
Yes, sir.
Very, very quick one. If Wu-Tang is for the children, what's the World Cup for, man?
The World Cup is for everybody, like these hands.
Who's the most New York person of all time, in your opinion?
The most New York person?
Yeah.
Ooh, man. Wu-Tang, I say Wu-Tang. Well, you know what? That guy right there. He's the most New York person right now. That guy.
The guy in the Yankees cap is the most New York. Always true. This has been a World Cup of love. Watching the fans love each other across the world, man. Bringing a new sense of joy to the world. Can you describe what you've seen of it? The Scottish fans, just bringing it. The Norwegian fans rowing through Times Square. The Argentinian fans just taking over now.
I see revenue. I see a lot of revenue. But not just that. A lot of camaraderie. People, well, New York has been a melting pot for years, so we're kind of jaded to the whole experience, you know. But it's great to see people, coaches coming over here and saying, wow, they have our food.
I mean, even on Staten Island.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you should talk about it.
Yes, we definitely, we hosted the Staten Island Ferry Hawk Stadium. Great people over there. They hosted when Mexico played. And all the Mexican fans came out. And I can say one thing, the food was great that day. The food was excellent.
It is the World Cup of food. I mean, the world's fallen in love with Buc-ee's, with Waffle House, with
absolutely
all of the best that we could give them. It's time to look into the future, Method Man. Tell us what is going to go down. Who do you want to win? Why? What's that final score going to be?
It's not about who I want to win. I'm going to say what, the major consensus already is Argentina's going to win. It's going to be a good game. I think it'll come down to the line. 3-2 score. but you're going to be a Jet fan before I leave here. That's what I predict.
Is that the prediction?
That's my prediction.
There was a lot of tension backstage earlier when we discovered that Rog was a Bears fan.
Before this season of football is over, you're either going to respect the Jets or be a super fan
you know what?
of the Jets.
You would not want me. Everything I touch just never wins. And I think the Jets
his soccer team sucks, so you want to be careful.
I think the Jets have already got that covered. They do not need my darkness on their door, you beautiful man.
I love that.
You talk about... I love what you've just said. You really do not want me dragging you down like Jonah inside the whale in the Bible, baby. Last question for you. In a moment, 1.9 billion people are going to watch this region. They're going to glimpse for 90 minutes, maybe longer. You know, everything we know, the heart of this city, the joy of this city, the pride of this city. You know, the World Cup final is here. It's an incredible day, an incredible moment, really, for the New York. It's historic.
Yeah.
What do you hope all those watching will take away about your hometown?
You know what? At this point, it's not even about my hometown. It's about those players on the field, the dedication that they put in, the time, the effort, the years of pain, and whatever it took to get to this point. I just want to be a fly on the wall when whoever wins, and what that feels like and what that looks like. You know what I mean? And the pride that goes into that for whatever country wins.
Amen. Again, from your mouth to God's ear, New York City. To be with this man is to feel the best of us. He is a genuine icon, a poet, a human wonder. To be with you is to be inspired, Method Man.
Thank you, sir.
One of the joys of our World Cup Odyssey. I'm so glad that we've capped this with you. Let's hear in New York City for one of your own, the mighty Method Man!
Back. Thank you.
Again for Method Man! Oh my God. Teams are out. Argentina bringing Rodrigo de Paul and Nico Gonzalez for Simeone and Paredes. Julian Alvarez does get the start over Lautaro Martinez. Spain are unchanged. Humph, this is it. We are about to go and beam live from the center stage. So do you have one more line of wisdom to give us before we go?
Look, I think the only thing is that lineup. Interesting, Rodrigo de Paul coming in. He was instrumental when he came on against England. He absolutely ran the show. As Becky said earlier, there's no point in keeping anything in the tank, right? You throw in everybody, you throw absolutely everything at it. We'll see who comes out on top.
Godspeed, that is it. Thanks to Method Man, to Tiki Barber, to VOZINHA, to Becky Sauerbrunn, to my king, Humphrey Ker. I want to thank Bank of America, make so much of what we do possible, including this show today. What would you like the power to do? I'd like the power to keep the love this World Cup has spread coming. After the whistle, Humphrey and I will be on that bus for a nightcap breakdown live. Come and join us on YouTube. The World Cup final watch party at Fanatics Fest kicks off in a few. We're hosting on the centre stage Mr. Ryan Reynolds, Flo Balogun, Tiffany Haddish, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch and more. Come be with us if you're here at Fanatics Fest. I want to finish just by saying, God bless. What we're about to see is an incredible moment we will remember for all of our lives. It will make us feel the most important things. It will make us feel connected and alive. Let's not take a second of watching any of it for granted. This is Rog. Come be with us post-game. Big love and courage.